I'm Natalie Pike, and that is 0-0 at half-time as City take on Chelsea. It is, of course, Super Saturday for City today. Our under-18s were playing earlier, and they won with an 87th minute goal for Luca Barrington. They beat Liverpool in the under-18s league. Our women's team are currently playing against Aston Villa. They are winning 1-0 after a 5th minute goal from Georgia Stanway. So it is a busy day at City today, and a day that is going well for us so far. I'm still joined in the studio by David James and Shaun Gota. David, what did you make of that first half?
Fantastic. Very similar to the game at Stamford Bridge in the sense that we haven't had massive amount of chances, but dominated the game, controlled it. I mean, in commentary, as Alice said there, that last minute, I think, was Chelsea's longest portion of possession. But Phil Foden looks exciting. Jack Grealish looks like he's up for the fight. And, yeah, fantastic first half football against a very, very good opposition.
63% of the possession for City, Shaun. We've had 5 shots on target. Sorry, 5 shots, 3 on target to Chelsea's 0.
Yes, I mean, City will be very pleased. The only thing with City we're looking at is that final third of being able to find that pass where we can connect to have that shot and work the goalkeeper. The dominance of possession, as you said, City, they're moving the ball really well. What I've liked today is Jack Grealish has actually run off the line a few times. I've said we'd like to see him run off the defender without the ball. He's done it. In fact, he's done it 1 or 2 times where he's not received the ball. And I think we're normally seeing Sterling do that. Sterling's made 1 or 2 runs, but I think that's what we'll look to see them do a little bit more second half with Sterling running off the line. But again, it's just that final third, that cross along or that pull back, finding a player that we can have that shot and work the goalkeeper.
Certainly towards the start of that first half, David, that battle between Sterling and Alonso was really interesting. I feel like Sterling definitely had the better of him. Yeah,
with the early booking. I mean, I'm watching the game and Sterling is quite often left in a 1v1 position. I'm wondering whether there'll be a conversation in the changing room, because what you can see from here is that a quick ball out to Sterling leaves him again in a 1v1 position with Alonso on a booking. Well, Sterling's already got his number, so just do it again. Either draw the foul, because Alonso stepped off a little bit and wasn't as aggressive after that booking. So, fascinating match-up. Great opportunity for City to take advantage.
David's absolutely right, because it'll be interesting to see if Chelsea make adjustment there, because Alonso being on the yellow card and Sterling with his movement, I think Chelsea will look to move Alonso in some way, because it's very risky. Everyone knows if you go down to 10 men, it becomes more difficult. And Chelsea needing to get something in this game, that's an interesting part to see second half. Absolutely right, David.
In terms of sort of clear-cut chances, there's been the one real one for City, Shaun. I'm going to come to Shaun first. We're going to get the opinion of a goalkeeper and of a striker. So yeah. Jack Grealish had that sort of really clear chance in the first half. What did you make of it? Yeah,
well, he goes through, and for me, you always want to have the ball primarily on your stronger foot so that you can, you feel really confident, whether you want to place it in a corner or disguise it and pull it in the other corner, or even go for a dink. The ball's actually central, so he's not quite got it out his feet. So I think it actually predicts a little bit of what he should do, which is draw the keeper in as close as he can, to then go for the dink, because it's not out enough for his right foot for him to place it in that corner or disguise and go in the other is quite central. So I think he should take it and still be 5 yards from the keeper and then go for the shot, as in dinking it to draw the goalkeeper in.
Now, in terms of the goalkeeper's point of view, how do you think that Kepa did with that chance?
Well, what's interesting, 2 things. Kepa comes out early, as he did in this instance, as he does normally. And if you know that, then Jack Grealish had an opportunity to maybe even just clip it first time. But once Jack's taken a touch, as Shaun rightly said, it's central. Kepa's done fantastically well to spread himself. Jack I'm not sure if he tried to get any dink on it. But that's top draw goalkeeping. And I said before the game, this is a top draw goalie. I didn't need him, or we didn't need him doing that. But there's still time for City to score. But it's a wonderful save. I just think that we kind of knew he was going to do it, and you just want to see a little dink, 1-0.
I love it when we're able to get the kind of expert opinion from both ends of the pitch. It's really nice. In terms of the second half, Shaun, what do you think? Any changes for City, or is it more of the same? Stay patient, wait for those chances.
Yeah, it's more the same. Stay patient, keep moving the ball, keep shifting and moving it, and also just being alert for the counter attack. We know. For me, in terms of stopping that counter-attack, we know that Lukaku wants to feel you. He wants to feel the defender. And once he knows they're there, he can pin them. Because he holds them without a referee seeing, and he absolutely pins them because he's strong. And I think if they play off him a yard or two, so if he's reaching, he doesn't quite know. So as that ball goes into him, they may be able to just go around him and get a foot on it. But they can't be allowed to, and that will stop a lot of your counter-attack. Because once he gets into Lukaku and he sets it, they're off, and that will be huge trouble. But it's much of the same. It's just, can we connect in that final area to have more shots?
Are you expecting any changes for Chelsea, or at half time, or perhaps early in the second half, David?
Am I expecting any? Yes. The question is who. I mean, the Alonso one's, again, as we've spoken about, it's a difficult one because they haven't really got anyone to replace him on the bench. Lukaku could come off because he's been pretty much inactive, and the idea that maybe just one chance, one goal is what Thomas Tuchel is waiting for, I don't think sits right. So likes of Mason Mount possibly. I'm just looking at maybe Werner. But with regards to City, like Shaun said, I mean, I just think it's maybe just slightly change the way that they're playing, in a sense, to get the ball out wider, earlier, get those one-on-ones, get Alonso off the pitch. This is what we love. These are the two best teams, and it's like a chess match.
Yes, I love it. Love it. Thank you very much, gents. As I mentioned, our women's team are currently playing. They kicked off at 1 o'clock after having just a little bit of the delay there due to a few pitch inspections. So they are about 24 minutes into their game. They're currently winning 1-0. Our Caroline is down there and she can give us a little update now.
We're 18 minutes in here at Warsaw's Banksy Stadium and City lead 1-0. Georgia Stanway with the goal, her 5th goal in as many games. She is on fire at the moment. City have had the majority of possession, a really good start. George just drove forward with the ball, took a deflection and into the back of the net.
Thank you so much. Caroline will, of course, give you another update at full time in this game and let you know how they are getting on. Now, you've been sending in absolutely loads of questions for the gents via WhatsApp. We really appreciate it. So I'm going to go through a couple of those questions for you now. So, gents, actually, loads of questions have been coming in today. So Stu has asked, hi team, great show. Good start, Stu. That's always going to get you your question on. Gents, if you could pick any of your starting 11 from the last 20 years, who would you pick? Anyone from one of the teams you played in? I'm guessing you mean like best player, Stu, from the last 20 years.
Wow. Sure, you go.
Best player from
a team you've played in. I think that's what Stu's asking. Yeah.
But that for me would be Ali Benabi that I've played with. Be Ali Benabi. He was a phenomenal player. He has the technical ability to play in this current team, and the vision and passing ability. But I'm quite intrigued because David, you played with some really good players.
I mean, Steve McManaman, obviously a former City player. I think is probably the best player I've ever played with, and I had to go back a few years to watch some of his performances because he could do what a lot of these guys are doing now. Back in the 90s on considerably worse pitches. But there's also James Milner.
Really? That's interesting.
He's the
Is he
best
underrated?
pro. Left foot, right foot. He's going to break Gareth Barry's record, I'm sure, for appearances. I mean, this guy is the ultimate pro. The guy that you want in your changing room.
Wow, that's really interesting. Right, we're going to follow up with that because Joe has asked, so that was the best player you've played with. Joe's asked, who is the best Manchester City player of all time? Oh, I got you thinking.
David Silva.
Love it. Straight in
Vincent
there goes.
Company.
You can only have
Sergio
one.
Aguero.
Everybody's his favourite. You can have one.
Yeah, put all those names in one. Come out with one name.
Put them in a hat, pull one out. David?
That's a good question. Can I put Phil Foden in there?
Of course you can.
I'm putting Phil Foden in there.
You can do whatever you want.
I know he's
David James.
In the history of Man City in the Premier League, he's been around for a strawberry season, but this guy excites me, and he never fails.
Love it.
And he'll be here for a long time, so that will stand. You can watch this forever. almost.
I hope he gets the winner today now. You're going to be so smug, yes. Robert has asked, can we all appreciate how amazing Sterling is today? He's been unplayable. What do you think, Shaun?
Yeah, Sterling, what he's doing is he's drawing him in, and he's actually going inside a couple of times. Being on the right, normally we anticipate Sterling will go on the line. He's going on the line, put in 1 or 2 good crosses, but he's also driven inside. And so right now he's got Alonso really nervous. So again, it's interesting in what Chelsea do. Does Alonso come out and play in their position? Because I'm sure Pep will be saying, get the ball to Sterling when we can, go at him, and make him commit that foul, because he's got him on toast, really.
Yeah.
Well, he's done everything, hasn't he? I mean, he's doing the one-on-one. He's taking Alonso on. He's getting crosses in. Just give him the ball.
Yes, love that. Keep your questions coming in. Every time Matchday Live is on, you can send in questions via WhatsApp. Now, you might be able to hear in the background, there is currently a presentation going on the pitch. We have today in the stadium the trophies from the MLS. Of course, a huge congratulations to New York City, who, of course, won that MLS trophy last season. Huge congratulations to them. So we had the MLS trophy there standing next to the Premier League trophy. A beautiful sight, a beautiful moment for all of the clubs in our group. So a big congratulations to them. Right, we're going to have another look now at Cryptic City. How are you getting on? You can let us know. #ManCity. So look at the pictures, say what you see, put them together, and you'll get the name of a current or former Manchester City player. Now, David gave you Mo earlier. That is Mo from The Simpsons. Shaun, you got anything to chip in?
No, but I just think who I think it is. Okay. The clues don't really help me.
I don't know the first one.
That is the program Lucifer. That is a TV series called Lucifer. I can't get the second one. It's a dog in a French outfit. Like, what is that? Does anyone know? Do you speak French, anyone? What is the French word for dog?
Petit.
See?
Chien.
Chien. Very nice.
Yeah, Chien.
So Lucifer and Chien.
Yeah, I should have known that if I know what it is.
Do you know now, Shaun?
Oh, I know it is, but I didn't know that was the name of a dog there.
So you now have to know Lucy. French to be able to do Cryptic City as well.
It's an international TV show, so...
Yeah, and thankfully we had you to help us, David. Thank you. So that is Cryptic City. Well, we'll give you the answer, of course, at full time as well. The players are coming back out for a huge 45 minutes of football. We will, of course, be here at full time to analyse everything that has happened. Now, you want to stick with the Manchester City app if you are already on it, and if not, you want to switch over. You're going to get your second half commentary from the wonderful Alistair Mann and Andy Morrison. Right, Blues? Enjoy the second half, and we will see you at full time.